So this circuit, in the circuit, I have the IC which is actually CD 4017 is here and 4096 here, and then transistors are there, and then so here in the design what I will do is I'm going to decide a footprint. So majority of the components has a data sheet, and I have already uploaded the data sheet on the Moodle. You can just go through that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you there is a situation that we need to create a footprint for a few of the components, because there are components that are footprints are not available. For example, this connector, you take this connector, okay? So there is no footprint that we are looking for. So I'm looking for a component. For example, I needed a footprint for a connector. Let's say I need to have a footprint. I have an SMD footprint. Say, okay, this kind of a connector I need to use. Okay, this is a connector. So I wanted to design a footprint for this connector. You can see this image. Okay, this image. I need to design a footprint. So where to get? So you need to download first the design drawing of this. So you will get a CAD design for these. So you need to download. So here I've already downloaded, and the same thing is actually put up on the Moodle as well. So this is the actual dimension of the component. The design has to be done. So the mechanical students can understand how to interpret this drawing, but still uh, the exact pin to pin details are given here. You need to refer to the chart. We are looking for a 2-bit connector. Let's say I'm looking for a 2-bit connector. So there is a connector here, there is a connector here. This is actually a connector which is actually 2-bit connector here, which I'm going to use it in my circuit over here. Okay, this is a connection. I'm going to use a power supply connector here, which is a 2-bit connector. One is VCC, another is ground. So I'm going to design a footprint for this component. So now this component could be a dip, a through hole, also SMD. So if it is SMD component, I need to assign a footprint. So how to assign a footprint? First you need to search the component. So how do you search the component? That's very important. So what we basically do is, hereafter I'm going to give you the problem statement. In the problem statement I will give you all the listed data sheet. That I will do when I'm giving a circuit. I will give along with the what component to be used, what is the data sheet. How do you find a data sheet? For example, go to the mouser.in. Okay, so mouser.in is one of the website. There you can actually find the list of the components, or you can also go through. There is one more DigiKey also one of the website. You can find so many components. So this is a Mouser, okay, and this is actually the DigiKey website. Such as even you find element 14 is there, DigiKey is there. So what we need to do is we need to search the part number. For example, I need to find a connector. Okay, under the connector you have lot of varieties of connectors available. So you need to actually downscale your requirement and then decide what type of connector you're looking for here. So I think for a designer, since I'm telling you how I exactly searched, so this may not be that much necessary for you to do this, but I will tell you where I will get this information, because it is not I'm going to randomly search. I will search this information from the vendor. Okay, there are vendors for all these components, so they will provide me the list of the components that I can actually provide. So here if you see IO headers, so it can have header and wire housing. Okay, if you look into header and wire housing, that will actually give you the details of the different connectors. Decide now what type of connector you're looking for. So number of positions, I need 2 position because power line has 2 position. So I'm going to select it as 2 position. And what is the pitch width? Pitch width between the component. In the circuit diagram, if you see here, in the circuit diagram, this pitch I want actually 2.54 mm. That is what I decided. You can decide even the lower pitch also. See, in the circuit diagram I have simply VCC and ground. Now so I'm going to a connector for that. So I need to decide what is the pitch width for this component. So in the search box, when you choose the position, you choose that 2. What is the pitch of the component? Pitch of the component is 2.54 mm, the gap. Number of rows, we need actually one row. Okay, number of rows is 1. Then what else I need? I need to even pinpoint the mounting style. So this is actually SMD kind, so I need to select it as SMD. Okay, and again, mounting angle, whether you want right angle connector or maybe straight. So let's not worry, I have now, right now I have this much uh, components that now I can narrow down the filter, and I'll get to know so these are the components that it is going to list. So now you can actually decide which type of connector you want to use. Let's say I want to use this kind of connector. So here is a connector. If you look at this, so there is a connector over here. Let's say this connector I'm going to use it. So for this connector, how do you use? So you need to download the data sheet of this connector and then work on. So one such connector I have decided. So there are plenty of the connectors that you find here. The two position connector, all these images may not be exactly the same requirement, but whatever the data sheet that you see, that you're supposed to look in. And from there you need to decide what is the cost that you wanted, and whether it is in the stock. So whenever we go with the PCB design, we need to actually start from here. Okay, for finalize which component from which vendor you are going to take it. So once you decide which is a vendor for the wires or maybe component, then decide on the base of the data sheet, then see whether it is matches to the footprint that you are actually using. So for example, now I already have downloaded a 2-bit curve. So this is actually one of the data sheet which I have already downloaded from here. So this is the data sheet for the 2-bit connector that I am referring to. Now I need to look into how exactly this component footprint can be designed. Okay, for that you need to see the data sheet. So let's start looking into creating this. So definitely I don't have a footprint for this component. Okay, I don't have a footprint for this component. So if you search here, just go here, this component, click on this component and simply edit, and you see footprint. There is no footprint for this. This simply say it is a 1x2 connector, and I need to match the footprint. So footprint for what? I need to find it here. Okay, so footprint I need to find it here. So there is a footprint that is SMD type of footprints, and actually this is a 2.54 mm so connector that you are looking for. So whether it is SMD, so here you see here, this is pitches. So this is actually a footprint for a different type of connector. Okay, so this is not the one which I am looking for. So I need to design a connector. This is through hole component. So I need to go for a footprint which I need it accordingly, which will match this. So you see this diagram. Okay, this diagram, you carefully look into this. So here is the diagram. So you see here this diagram. So this is a pad. Okay, these are the pads where the soldering is to be put up, and you see the dimension. So this is there in the Moodle that I have already uploaded it on the Moodle as well. You can actually download the same. Okay, now I need to design a package for this. You see dimension is 13.6 mm. The connector from this one end to the other end is 13.6 mm. You can just see here. So 13.6 mm. This is 13.6 mm, and the width is, see here, from this end to this end, that is A. Okay, width is A. Now for a circuit of two lines, okay, two connector, width is 7.37 mm. Width is 7.37, so outer dimension. Okay, the outer dimension of the connector is here. So mechanical guys can understand very easily this specification. I don't find it any difficulty to understand. See, they have given a general data sheet for this connector. So I'm discussing about this connector, a 2-bit connector. Now we don't have that SMD footprint, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to design a footprint for this. So if you look into the data sheet, it is very clearly told that this is a connector. The height of the connector, okay, this dimension is 13.6. That is constant for what I mean to say, this dimension, okay, this dimension is 13.6 mm, whereas the length of the connector varies depending on the number of connections that are coming on. Now here you may have two, some may have four, some may have eight. You can see this number here. See, circuit is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All these numbers here refers to number of pins. So as the number of pin increases, the dimension A and B changes. What is A and B? You look into this. So here is A. A is from the edge to edge, A. B is from one pin to the other end extreme pin, that is B. So B here for the 2 pin it is 2.54, definitely, because the pitch width between 2 pin is 2.54. Similarly 3, which is 2.54 into 2, next 2.54 into 3, all these numbers will increase. Now accordingly A size also will increase. So I need to understand what is the connector that I am going to design and what is the number of pins that I am going to put it. So in that way I need to decide. So what we are going to do is we are going to design a connector for a 2-bit. Okay, so here is a design reference. So based on this design I'm going to decide a footprint. Okay, so this, how do you interpret this? That's the detail which is given in the data sheet. So now let's design a footprint for this. So how to design a footprint? So what I'm going to do is, for the designing the footprint, go to the PCB KiCad main window and you can see here footprint editor. Okay, so you can open a footprint editor here, click on the footprint editor, it will load the available footprints, and now we are going to design a footprint. So in this video I'm going to just give you the demonstration of how to create a footprint. For the footprint you need to refer to the data sheet, that's very important. So whenever you find any component, just look at the data sheet, go to the somewhere in the mechanical description of the component. So how the physical dimension of the components are, where the, what is the width of the pitch width of the component leads, all the dimension you need to see and decide your own footprint. So the main the idea behind the PCB design is this only. You need to match the component with the physical dimension in the layout. So other than that there is nothing more you need to do. It is a way you need to look into the design aspect, how the component footprint is to be designed, and the rest all is making the connection. So let's look at how to design that in the PCB. So for that you need to open a PCB footprint editor. You open, and in the footprint editor I'm going to create a new component and new footprint for the designated component that all. So component and footprint goes parallel. They need not have to be dependent. A particular component that you create on the schematic need not have one footprint. It can have multiple footprint depending on the variation that the manufacturer provides. So I see I used 1x2 connector. So in the circuit diagram if you see, this 1x2 connector I can map it to a through hole component also. I can map it to assembly component also. So component just represents the schematic symbol in the electronics. Okay, whereas footprint represents the mechanical dimension of the components that is supposed to clearly understand. So there is a lot of difference between the component and the footprints. So a component can fit any kind of footprints. That depends on what is a manufacturer component, which from which manufacturer you're going to use those components. That's the main thing that you need to look. So now actually I am designing a footprint for this, so let's look at that. It's taking much more time to loading the footprints. Okay, let me reload this again. So you need to open the footprint editor here. You can have that even from here also, you can do that opening the footprint editor. So open a footprint editor, then a new window is going to appear. Now there I'm going to show you how it's going to work. So it's taking little more time. Started from here. Now let me launch a footprint editor first. Yeah, this is the footprint editor that I have. Now here I need to create a component. So before you create a component, your data sheet should be here. So make sure this is a very important diagram that you should have when you create a footprint. So this is applicable for a connector. I will show you for some other component. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new footprint. What is the footprint name? If you see the data sheet, this data sheet is actually applicable to a component for Molex. Molex is a company that provides a connector. So I'm providing the connector for this Molex component. So Molex is a company name for which I'm going to provide a footprint. So my component is Molex. So 2 pin SMD 2.54. So I'm going to give the footprint name as Molex 2 pin SMD 2.54 mm, that is pitch width. I'm going to include some details, some terminology here in the name of the footprint, so that I'm going to make clear when I'm going to use it in the search box. I'll get this component at the earliest. So this is a component that I'm going to use. Okay, so what you do is now press E, and you can actually click on this reference and simply move this component, M to move the component. Over the component you can just click. So what I will do is I'll move this upward, and this one I will move it downwards. Press M to move the component. Okay, now here you see this is origin. Okay, this is the origin. So from here, from this origin I'm going to draw, I can take the reference as this point, and so this is actually X is fixed, x0 y0 is fixed at this point, and from this point I can relatively get the movement of these coordinates. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to decide a component, how to start with the footprint. So let's look at this diagram here, how the component is supposed to appear. So there is a box. We need to design a rectangular box. Over the rectangular box I need to see the dimension as 13.6, other dimension as 7.37. 7.37 and 13.6 I need to decide. So what I will do is I'm going to start drawing a rectangular box. I will draw a rectangular box or a graphics line. Start at the origin. Okay, I will just take it and simply draw a simple line, randomly draw this line, and just say click escape. Now you just click on this line. Okay, click on this line, just press edit to click. So now what I need to do is I will start the x point as 0 and y point also 0. End of the x point is 0 only, sorry, yeah, 0 0, and end of the y point I will give it as 13.6. So I'm going to decide a line which will match to the dimension here. So this dimension, I'm going to draw this line till here. Then I'm going to draw another line from here. So I'm going to mark the outline for the components. Okay. So in the KiCad design, I just simply placed a line and I pressed edit key. I'll repeat again what I did here. So what I did is I'll just simply delete this. I'm going to draw a simple line. Okay. Use this tool, that is, the tool name is add graphic line. Use add graphic line. Click at some point, probably at the center you click, and simply draw one line without worrying much about the dimension and press escape key. Now hold the cursor here over it and press edit. That will edit. So now I'm going to put the start point at 0, start point at the y also 0. I'm start from x0 y0, and my x0 is a end point and y is 13.6. Okay, it is coming downward. So I think here they take it as minus y, so I will edit accordingly. So what I'm going to do is, this is x0 y0, this point is x0 y minus 13.6. okay, the upward is minus, the downward is positive here. So x0 y 13.6. so I am going to draw that again. x0 y0, x0 y is minus 13.6. okay, so this is the line. So you just look at the line. Okay, line is somewhere here, so I can move this reference somewhere to the top. So I'm going to decide a component. So one line is drawn, second line I need to draw. Look at the design again. That is A. What is this A? A is outer line, which says for a 2-bit connector it is 7.37. So I'm going to draw a line again from here. Just to draw a line, and this layer is actually the front silk layer what you choose. Okay, so later I will add even the fabrication also. So this line, randomly draw this line. Okay, press escape and click on this, press edit. From x point, x is 0. Okay, y is actually 13.6, and end point of this. Okay, so end point of the x is 7.36. So end point of y is 13.64. See, this is the same dimension that we supposed to see here. This is 0, this is minus 13.6. So minus 13.6, from the top it will start. I'm going to draw a line here like this, then I am going to continue a line like this, then I am going to continue a line like this. So I'm going to make a line, I mean I'm making an outer circle for this component, then I'm going to place this component. So 13.6 minus 13.6, then again minus 7.37. okay, so make that correction here, minus 7.37. X is minus, sorry, x is 7.37, y is minus 13.64. What was the resolution that we have? 13.64 it is. Okay, because of that, okay, it doesn't matter, because of the resolution what we choose, it's appearing like that. Okay, so this is the 13.7.37. I'm going to add one more line from here. Otherwise, what I'm going to do is I'm click on this, say duplicate. Okay, and simply move it till here. So, and just say what is to be edited. So this is 7.37 actually, starting point of x, starting point of the y, y is 0, end point of the x is 7.37 and 13.64. Yes, so now I exactly connected. Then again start with this line, choose this line, edit this line, and actually you wanted the starting point, you need to duplicate this now. So right click on this, duplicate and move it down. And now you can actually edit this component. Press E for edit. Now starting point of the X is 0. Starting point of the Y is also 0. 7.37 and Y is 0. Okay. See, now it will fit exactly. Now I decided a rectangular, a box for this. Now I'm going to decide another layer, that is actually the fab layer. On the same line I'm going to draw. What I'll do is simply say duplicate and edit, and you check that layer 0, and this is also 0, starting point also 0, and save it as the fab layer. Okay. Okay, sorry. Click on this. So X is 0 and Y is also 0, and this is 13.6. Sorry, X is 0, Y is minus 13.6, and we'll increase the thickness a bit, say 0.2, and I'll select it as a fab layer. Okay. So I'm just creating one more layer as a fab layer here, which carries the information of the fabrication. So again, choose this. I'm going to add two fab layers here. So this again, I want it as a fab layer, and this dimension I'll make it as 2, and X is actually according to the data sheet, what we have planned here is 7.37. So 7 point, so X is 0, starting point is 0, Y also 0, X ending point is 7.37, and this is 13.6 proper, and say okay. Oh, sorry, edit. Okay. Okay, starting point of the X is 7.37. Yeah. So this is the fabrication outline, and the other layer that I have actually here, the front silk. Okay, that is here. The front silk layer is here, which we have actually made. Now the next important point, look at the graphic here. Once look at this graphic. Now you need to decide this pad. Okay, this is a pad. So pad length, if you carefully look into this, I'm going to have other dimensions. We did not have to worry. Just look at this. So here they are. Now this is very important actually. Okay, so the pad length is 5.3. It is clearly given here. This circuit is for the PCB layout of the component side. So on the component side, how it should be. So we need to worry about these lines. In our case, we have only two such lines because it is two pin connector. So I have only two pads here. So 2.54 mm, 2.54 mm is a gap. So this from center to center, the gap is 2.54 mm. Okay. So what I need to worry is the this gap, okay, this length, that is 5.33 is the height of the pad and 1.65 is the width of the pad. Okay, the width of the pad is 1.64 mm, height of the pad is 5.33 mm. The difference between the this is 2.54 mm. It is clearly mentioned here, 2.54 mm. Now I need to start from the, okay, so we need to roughly make an estimate from here how to proceed with this. So here the gap is 1.4, they have mentioned as this gap, okay, this gap is 1.4 mm from the center. So it doesn't matter for me from where I start, but I will start somewhere from the corner. Okay, so I'm going to place a component on the board. So just look at the circuit diagram and decide from the center of the component it is 10.69 from this point. Okay, 10.69 from this point. So somewhere I will start with 10.69 coordinate. Okay, 10.69 coordinate. I will start drawing this line so that the component these pad has to fit exactly. So 10.69 is my y offset minus 10.69 is my y offset. So I'm going to draw this. So I will make a note of it, that is 5.33 and 1.65 and 10.69. Okay, so let's begin with this, placing the pad. Okay, so you can just, for placing the pad, you can click on add pads. So here by default it appears to be a through hole. Okay, this is a through hole component, but I'm not looking for a through hole component at all. What I'm looking for is an SMD component. So click on this, edit this, and the pad number is 1, dimension is SMD, and I want it to be rectangular. Rectangular, what dimension? X position I need to tell. What is the position X I want that pad to be? So look at the data sheet. They say this is typically 10.69. Okay, so now I know my X position is 10.69 and I will start from minus somewhere minus 13 point, so which is 1.4, starting from 1.4 mm I will start. Okay, y I will start x, y I will start it as, so x I will start it as 1.4, position of y is 10.69, 10.69. Okay, look at this. So this was 10.69 from the center, and almost from the center it is 1.4 mm towards the x-axis. Okay, so I'm giving this dimension as 1.4 mm, 10.69. Size of the x, size of the x is, again put up here, data sheet. Size of the x is 1.65, size of the y is 5.33. So I need to decide that. So 1.65, 1.65 and 5.33. So this is the size of the pad. This is actually the front copper. Okay, so say okay. Sorry, where is the pad? Oh, it has appeared in the other side. So let me edit this component. Since the position of y is negative here, I need to plus minus here, and yeah, that's it. So this is the component. Okay, so this is one of the component. Now the next component that I'm going to place is another component. So look at this graph here. Okay, Okay, so this okay, now 2.54 mm gap is there. I need to decide one more. So I need to duplicate another. So either you can create an array and do this. So horizontal count is I wanted 2, vertical count I wanted, if you give 1 that will work, and say okay. Now see two numbers I could place it. So in this schematic, what is more important is these two gap. Okay, these two gaps are very important, so that we are not sure with the from this point what is the gap in the circuit. If you look into the diagram here, mm, it is 1.4 mm from the outer side, but uh, some dimensions are missing. Okay, so the gap from this point to this point, they have not given much of the gap, so we can actually calculate that what is that. So here it says that, see, almost a is actually 7.37. So 7.37 is the a, and if b, if you calculate, it is for the 2 pin it is 2.54, right? So 2.54 minus 2.54. So if you subtract a minus b, you get these two gaps. Okay, that comes around 4.83. Then by 2 if you do, that comes to 2.4 mm. So I will choose to edit the gap. This point I'm going to edit it as here, this one as 2.4 mm. Okay, 2.14 mm, then I think it works out to be better. Okay, and this one again I will delete it, and I will simply create an array. Yes, that's it. Yeah, so this is the pad that I'm decided. So this is a SMD package for my footprint for this component. Okay, for this component, this is the footprint. So I have decided. So the last part of the design, subtraction. So I need to decide what is this gap. Okay, so what I did is I just subtracted a minus b. I get these two gap, then divide by 2 equally, which will distribute over here. Since I have only two component, two leads are there, so I need not have to worry. So this is pin number 1, this is pin number 2, and this is how the component is assigned. So footprint is assigned. So what you do is, now this save this footprint. It will say which library you want to save this component. So I'm going to save this component in the Molex. So there is something connector. I will save it in the connector from the different companies are there, so we can choose which company connector you are actually looking for. Yeah, connector, Molex connector. So I'm going to save this in the Molex connector, so that whenever I search this component, it will appear in the Molex connector. So now I have saved this component on the Molex library. Now I can use it whenever I need. So now let's go to, so this is how we can actually create the footprint for the new component. Okay.